Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to
Hello.
SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. I definitely didn't think I already had our faces in there, and I definitely didn't say that intro twice. I don't know what you're talking about. All that being said, we do have some interesting stuff to discuss with y'all today. You see old Rocky down there in the corner. You see old Oscar over there in the other corner. There were a few things that happened in the world of movies this week. Some good stuff, thankfully.
Yes.
Obviously, the Oscars was last week, and we talked Chevron Awards, Saturn Awards, a little bit of Oscars, and so on and so forth. If there is any discussion that we want to have about that, y'all start firing off in the chat, and we will. I don't think that's going to be our primary focus of the day, if I had to guess. Because, like Blitzwar just pointed out there, chillin'! Hey, if you're not doing much, you're always welcome, man. But Blitzwar just pointed out it's a great year for sci-fi. A great year. Firefly, Stargate, all-time favorite book. Project Hail Mary is a movie. And I finally watched it yesterday. I bought it 3 minutes after it came out on DVD, video on demand, so on and so forth. And good luck, have fun, don't die. The Gore Verbinski movie is actually great. I thought it would be. It was weird as it can all be. I mean, it's Sam Rockwell doing weird, semi-futuristic, definitely futuristic, apocalyptic futuristic, definitely sci-fi stuff. And it was a great time. Just like Blitzwar said, I just think we're at an embarrassment of riches with just how good everything, news-wise, project-wise, so on and so forth.
There's some exciting things this week for sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and send this link over to Aaron if he's hanging right now. Do you want to get us started on what we have seen for this week before we get old chilling in here with us?
Well, I haven't seen a lot this week, but I did get in on an early screening of Project Hail Mary, which awesome movie. Love it. Rocky is like the best thing ever. And I started watching Paradise, only got like a couple episodes in. That's a real interesting show. I like it. And what was the other thing? Oh, and in honor of the late great Chuck Norris, I watched Missing in Action and Delta Force. Chuck Norris went to a feminist rally once and came home with a sandwich and an iron shirt.
I was waiting to see what the joke was going to be, too. That's great. If only Jay were here.
Yeah.
Hi. No worries. But yeah, Jay would die. That's great.
Yeah.
Blitzwar says to saw Project Hail Mary yesterday. It's great. Not quite the books. Still. He's simply exited the simulation.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, moment of silence. I guess we briefly mentioned it on Friday. And Melvin wasn't able to make it yesterday for Creatures and Cryptids. If y'all didn't notice, we didn't end up doing a stream. So we'll keep that going this Thursday. But we would have had one then as well. Chuck Norris. And you know what? I hate that people even mention it. And the only thing I will say is politics don't need to be mentioned when people die. We just need to talk about the legacy. And Chuck Norris has a legacy like few others ever will. Grim Reaper took his job. Yep.
There's thousands of those, and they've been all over social media this week. For obvious reasons, but
it's good to see a good Chuck Norris joke, though.
He doesn't ask AI. AI asks him.
Yeah, I like that. That's great. Did you see that somewhere? Or did you just come up with that?
Yeah, somebody said it. I don't know, just in, scrolling around in different things, I've heard all of them about the push-ups, about, the vaccines, about whatever. There's a million of them. Yeah.
Oh, wow. My neighbors just decided to start doing their yard, apparently. So if it gets really loud, y'all let me know. It's probably only me that can hear it, but let me know.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, cool.
So I guess your background noise thing is working.
You StreamYards. you seen anything else this week? How many hot games have you seen?
None live
76.
for whatever reason, but yeah, I watched a couple hockey games. I mean, the Kraken, who maybe were going to make the playoffs, are totally sucking now, so I don't think they're going to.
Oh.
So that was
The rally in the fourth quarter.
But yeah,
Fingers
but
crossed.
my junior team clinched a playoff spot. I mean, so hey,
there we go. The local one that you see all the time.
Yeah.
Or,
Yep.
Okay.
Seattle Thunderbirds. Yep.
We can hear the same as you. Oh, good.
Mhm.
Sometimes it does. I just feel it's better to double check than just hope for the best sometimes. Oh, and let's not forget Nicholas Brendan.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. That was sad as well. We had a little
He's from Buffy.
quick chat about that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I don't even necessarily want to mention it. I don't necessarily want to be cynical either. I just don't. The actor seems to have not had a whole lot happening professionally in his career for a long time. And there are a lot of, I guess, cases and instances of him spiraling kind of throughout time. It said he passed away naturally in his sleep within a week of the Buffy reboot being canceled. I don't want to be cynical. I really don't want to be cynical, but my gut just says otherwise. And I that just hurts my soul. One way or another, whether it was peaceful or not, guy's too young, could have had a great career of the industry he chose ahead of him.
Yeah, he was the same age as me.
So. Yeah, just too damn young. Like, it sucks. It really sucks. But on the fun note, anything else did you see this week? I didn't know how to transition out of that. I was like,
that's about it. Just usual,
our little Farscape
YouTube videos of various things.
And thankfully, Farscape was a little bit better this week.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, season 4. That one comment on, I think it was episode 3 was, oh, season 1 or 4 is a rocky start, and
yeah.
He has substance abuse issues. Not everyone can be Keith Richards. Yeah. And a heart condition. Yeah. Oh, and on top of that, that doesn't help.
No.
Yeah. Lots of substance abuse. He wouldn't have been in it. But you wouldn't. You would think he would probably be getting his hopes up or something. I don't know. I don't want to speak for anybody or assume too much or anything.
Right.
Hopefully, the family is grieving in the way they can. Same with Chuck Norris and so on and so forth. Hey, for old people that actually are, God, I don't know how to transition out of death conversation well. Old people that are still kicking. I just saw Bill Shatner just celebrated his 95th or 96th birthday, one of the two.
Yeah, I know. It's like he's
and
like
that guy still looks like he's in his 70s.
I mean, I just saw him at Emerald City Comic Con. He's still, I mean, he still looks pretty good and getting around. And I mean, I did see him, like, he does use like one of those little scooters when they were taking him to where they're gonna do his autograph signings or whatever. I saw him go by on one of those, which, but I don't blame him. I mean, gosh, you're like almost 100 years old. You probably, walking a lot probably isn't great, but he looks good for how old he is. He doesn't look like a shriveled old man or anything,
Not at all. He looks like he's in his 70s.
Right. And he's still, he said, I went to his panel, taught, I mean, nothing wrong with his mind either. He's still like doing really great. So.
Well, the fact that the guy can still not just go sign a bunch of things and get out of Dodge, sits up on a panel and helps not just run a panel, but help lead it. It's he's doing all right. Doing all right, it seems.
Yep.
That being said, I'll kind of speed run through what I've seen for the week because I know this section we can talk and ad nauseum about it. I did, of course, watch Farscape with you on Monday.
Yep, I always forget to say that.
The Oscars was after we watched everything last week, and I actually thought it was decent. I didn't really agree with most of them, but also I saw completely why the ones that were awarded. I love One Battle After Another. Thought it was a good movie, but Paul Thomas Anderson should have won for the 14 nominations he got prior to One Battle After Another. But you got to acknowledge a career like that, and I guess that night was the night to do so. Y'all know my feelings on Sinners and all of that. It's an amazing film, and I'm glad it won some of the technical stuff it did. Still don't necessarily think Michael B. Jordan, on a truly performance merit base, should have technically even been nominated. That being said, he might have had the best speech of the night. He had such a good speech. Michael B. Jordan is literally might be the most stand-up young performer in Hollywood. Him and Austin Butler, I feel like, are the only two like big head honcho actors that are still relatively normal, that are kind of like, I could have a conversation with him on the side of the street probably. And they could still go up there and give these crazy performances that are just not life-altering for some people. People really, really, I mean, I don't know if I've seen a life-altering performance from either one of them, but damn, they both gotten close a few times. Crockett and Tubbs.
Miami Vice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Miami Vice news this week, too. Wait, that's literally Michael B. Jordan, Austin Butler, isn't it?
It must be alluding to that news. I haven't seen any news about that yet. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Austin and Butler as I don't know who's who in that right there.
Right.
I love Miami Vice. I just don't know the characters' names off the top of my head. It is. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. I totally thought so. And Tom Cruise is being eyed for the villain for the movie.
Ooh.
And I don't think we've really got a Tom Cruise villain since Collateral. And
tickle
me pink, I'm excited. That sounds fun.
Is there going to be Ferraris? That's what I want to know.
They're better. All that being said, of course, Farscape, I did start the Madison, the other Yellowstone spinoff with Michelle
I saw
Pfeiffer
a trailer for that. Yeah.
I'm not loving the Y Marshall spinoff because I have continued with that one as well. It's the one following Kevin Costner's son in there, and it's continuing the actual true story of Yellowstone and all that. And it's just a regular procedural with a few minutes of cool action. I see where it could go. Well, watch out on Fridays. Come by with Greg and see some milkshaking. It gets wild. It gets wild on Radical Wasteland podcast. You can only do so much when you're in a wasteland. You got to entertain yourself somehow.
True.
Radical ways sometimes. All the puns. But the Madison is significantly better, I feel like, than Y Marshall's right now. It's still your standard procedural, but Michelle Pfeiffer and the cast are just too damn good. I watched the first episode, then watched the next 2 through 6 all together. Really good. Y Marshall's, of course, that was that. Invincible is back. It is so good. Season 4 episodes 1 through 3 were I think it got 100% Rotten Tomatoes for like its entry point, which it keeps doing every season besides season 1, which was like a 98% Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes isn't necessarily the best gauge for everything, but if it's that high and that good, I'm just saying. Finished the Madison for up to where they are. Then I also watched yesterday Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die after my roommates and I tried to watch it the other day, and they all watched it, but we started at 11:30, and I fell asleep promptly by about 11:45. So I didn't get to see much of the movie, so I had to rewatch it yesterday. And it was damn good. Talk about, like Blitzwars was talking about earlier, we're at an embarrassment of riches with sci-fi right now. And last year, even with all the bad, not the bad, but not the great stuff, with your Electric State and everything else that was coming, that was just kind of like, well, we've got a bunch of sci-fi this year. I don't know if it's great though. By the end of the year, I'm pretty sure most of the sci-fi was great with our Predator Badlands and so on and so forth. But,
Andor was great too.
So good. The bits I saw, at least. Oops.
You gotta finish it.
I know.
You're gonna love it. You gotta watch it. Okay. Anyway.
I still feel bad about that one. But we're going forward with just so much sci-fi, and quality of it seems to match the quantity, and that's a rare thing.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a lot more sci-fi that's not the quality we're necessarily looking for coming out as well, but also if it's an embarrassment of riches if we're at this much quality sci-fi as well as just external sci-fi, peripheral sci-fi, you might say. I think we're doing all right. I think we're doing all right. So that's all we've seen for the week. What have y'all seen for the week or played video game wise for the week? I played some Star Wars Battlefront with my roommates one day. We were all kind of just exhausted, and it was an evening time before people were going to work, or everybody just got back from work, or just got done streaming, whatever's going on. Came in and we played some Battlefront for a few hours with one of our friends that came in, was painting furniture in our backyard. And that was a nice little respite for a couple hours, if I'm being honest. It was good to turn the brain off for a couple hours and not like let myself feel lazy for playing a video game for a little bit, you know?
Right.
But yeah, what have y'all played this week? What have y'all seen this week? What have y'all read this week? I've tried to jump back into books this week, and I need to just do it. I want to read Project Hail Mary, but I also want to read the War for Art for writers, I think. And then I also want to read the audiobook for True Noir. I'm sure Secular Monk will mention Robert Meyer Burnett and True Noir at some point. But Lordy. Peter said Elite Dangerous.
Pew pew.
Anybody watch any Chuck Norris stuff in honor of him this week? Alongside Sarah and the Delta Force.
Yeah.
Every time I hate that my brain goes to it, but Delta Force, I just think of Delta Farce. Like I told you the other day.
Yeah.
Not the same quality of film. But a lot of fun nonetheless. I love me some anything Billy involved. Watch season 2 of live action One Piece. Nice. It's I've heard some good reviews. I'm just not a One Piece person. Oh, and of course I saw Project Hail Mary this past week too. Duh. Read Project Hail Mary and saw it. Saw the I Swear movie the other day. Truly an amazing movie. Not at all what to expect, yet exactly what you expect. I Swear. Which one's I Swear? Oh, that's the one with Robert Aramayo about the stuttering. Not the stuttering, excuse me. Tourette syndrome. That's the one. It looks
it seems like I saw something about that. Yeah.
He won Best Actor at the BAFTAs, and also that's where the one about Tourette's. Thank you. And that's where the first movie was based off of. The BAFTAs didn't have his mic turned off, and they let his Tourette's tics, I guess.
Oh, right.
Go out on a loudspeaker rather than remotely being precautious.
Right.
Thanks. Like, come on, y'all. Like, set people up for success, BAFTAs, not failure. Come on. Aside from the memes, he was a great martial artist. Jean-Claude Van Damme, 10 times better. Well, sure. But there would not have been a Jean-Claude Van Damme to the degree that there is without old Chuck Norris. But drop that. That was not a good bomb to drop there, Stanley's. Secret showing Chuck wasn't a great martial artist. Well, he was a great martial artist. I don't think that is up for conversation.
Yeah,
Chuck was a great martial artist.
He was like the first American or something to get some, I forget what it was, uber black belt. I don't remember what it was called, but some like super ultra black belt thing.
Bruce Lee is heralded as he is, and there's a reason Bruce Lee heralded Chuck Norris as he did. But Jean-Claude Van Damme realistically could probably beat Bruce Lee in a fight too, if I had to actually guess. I don't know if that would be a popular thing to say or not. But I think most people Bruce Lee was a tiny guy. He's got technical prowess over most people, but I think once upon a time in Hollywood did what a lot of people needed it to do subconsciously is, hey, all you got to do is have a decent amount of fighting skills and just have the force to push the guy off you. And he's a tiny dude. He had not much body fat, but Bruce was so fast. Yeah. The guy was so fast.
I should go see. He's from around here. I could go see to his grave. I should do that one time. And so it's like Jimi Hendrix and stuff too. I just, just Seattle things.
Jimmy. My Jimmy, I have a big old Jimmy canvas artwork that's right in my bedroom, right by my bed, and it just fell down. I guess I need to put all my new not power strips, command strips back up on the wall and get it going again, you know. The 27 Club, was Bruce Lee in the 27 Club? I know Brandon Lee was, right? Yeah, someone.
Yes.
My roommate, my 36-year-old roommate walked in the other day with a white lighter. I was like, I turned 27 last month. Get that thing out of the house as fast as possible.
Right.
No white lighters for at least a year, anywhere in the vicinity, please. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to survive. I want to reach 28. That sounds like a good time. Chuck Norris had a 10th degree black belt, highest honor in karate, if I remember.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
I'm not double checking it just right now, but I like the sound of it. All that being said, though, Blitzwar did, I think, prompt us. Excuse me.
I'm excited. It sounds.
If I can speak, there we go.
Right.
Oh my god, I'm so excited as well. What y'all think about the announced Stargate hires for after the current conversation ends? Well, new conversation is now, good sir. And oh yeah, Hendrix of 27. Okay, that makes sense. I was confused for a second. Obviously, we were talking Hendrix as well.
Yeah.
Let me bring up this Gate World article from the people themselves, hanging out with old Martin Garrow, the man, the myth, and the Stargate legend. God, that scared me. I just heard the freaking neighbors start doing their lawn again out of nowhere. I just didn't expect it. Surprise. Stargate adds award-winning production designer and VFX chief to new series. Oscar winner Nathan Crowley and Emmy winner Moen Leo, are bringing industry-leading talent to the next Stargate TV series.
Yeah,
I do
exciting.
like this.
Exciting. When you look at what they've done,
Very. I like this layout of a thumbnail. I'm sure we're going to see more thumbnails like this going forward as well from them and other Stargate creators, and we might even borrow the idea at a certain point. We'll see. The new Stargate series is recruiting some big names to its roster of talent, naming a pair of award-winning artists to lead the production design and visual effects department. Let me see if I can exit out of this ocean spray ad real quick. It's not looking like it's going to let us, is it? Anyway, do you want to lead us forward with a little Nathan Crowley right here?
Sure. Nathan Crowley has joined the team as Stargate's production designer. Series creator Martin Garrow tells Gate World. Crowley is an Academy Award-winning production designer whose career includes a longtime collaboration with filmmaker Christopher Nolan, from Batman Begins and The Dark Knight to The Prestige, Interstellar, Dunkirk, and Tenet. Crowley has earned 7 Academy Award nominations and several BAFTA nominations for Best Production Design, making him one of the most nominated craftspeople without a statue until 2025, when he and set decorator Lee Sandalis took home both the Oscar and BAFTA for John M. Chu's Wicked.
Whew.
So that's a big name. That's like a heavy hitter for production design right there.
And so, I know that's Wicked in the background right there, but that just shows you the level of and scale the guy's ready to go to at a moment's notice. Which is pretty exciting. I think it just jumps into
he did Westworld also, which is awesome.
So not only is he a frequent collaborator with the one and only Christopher Nolan, he hangs out with his brother as well, Jonathan, who we have only gone in depth talking about the last few months with Fallout and the Radical Wasteland podcast.
Yes.
It is Jay's favorite film. I love it. It's so good. And most of the science is accurate. There is some theoretical science, but it is wrong. And it is wrong for him to say it's all false all the time. But I understand the riling up as I definitely don't get riled up over Peacemaker or anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about. We all have our things. We all have our things.
Yeah. Well, he's not responsible for that. He just designed it and it looked good. So
that's true.
There you go.
Well, out of everything he's done, just right here, actually, you know what? While we're right here, let me bring up Nathan Crowley. Correct? Just making sure.
Yes,
Nathan Crowley.
Yeah.
That almost sounded like a character at the same time. I was like, let me make sure I'm saying that right.
Or I think about, wasn't there like some, I don't know, spiritualist named Crowley or something?
I think so. Aleister Crowley or whatever.
Yeah, or something. Whatever. I don't know. I think Ozzy Osbourne sings a song about him or something.
Okay, so we're at the credits. He's been a production designer for 24 projects.
Yeah.
Going all the way back to the Ambassador, way back when. Out of all of these, do you have a favorite from the production design set of?
Oh, that's kind of. Well, I haven't seen the Wicked movies because I'm never going to. But I don't know. God, I saw probably Westworld, and I know The Lake House is a chick flick, but I like it how it looks. The house in that movie is kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Batman Begins. Obviously, the Batman movies also very good.
Oh, the Keanu Reeves.
It's hard to just pick one because, everything, there's a certain aesthetic look to it, and they all look so good. It's hard to pick a favorite one from that, just the design perspective,
Crowley from Supernatural TV show.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be the same character, maybe. Oh, Crowley was the devil. That's right. Or, yeah.
Interstellar listened to the astrophysicist advisor, then kind of ignored him for some key things. I've heard the particular astrophysicist talk and laugh about it.
Right.
Ignore or make the movie they had to make it work is really the we can't leave that out. You can't just. As much as I'd love to be scientifically accurate 100% of the time, Lord of the Rings isn't a 1-to-1 for the book, from any of the novels. No. Definitely not The Hobbit. So, and
yeah, The Hobbit, they went way that was adding a bunch of padding to make it 3 movies, which was stupid.
Yeah. Blissworth says his wife shouts, "The Greatest Showman!" for, and anybody joining in right now, we're trying to pick our favorite production design film from Nathan Crowley, the new production designer for Stargate. SG4, I think I've heard people call it, jokingly.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the placeholder for it right now. They asked that question because Harris and I both watched the Dial the Gate / Gate World. Somebody else's. Now I lost track of my thoughts. Sorry, guys. And the Gate World thing, they had mentioned, do they have a name for the new series? And I think Martin Garrow was just he likes Stargate. It might just end up being just Stargate. Nothing else. But we'll see. I mean, that obviously hasn't been decided yet.
I don't love it because of the original movie titled Stargate, of course.
Right. Yeah, it seems kind of. I mean, I get what he's saying, but I think it needs to have some kind of differentiation. I don't know if we'll see what they come up with. I don't think that's the final word.
I wouldn't be surprised though, because I do understand the viewpoint of where it's coming from, but shoot, it's just not as fun.
Yeah.
Well, there are so many things here. I could go ad nauseum, and I will go ad nauseum about some of these there, but. Good sir, what is Nathan Crowley's best production design work from the great opinion of the one and only, the one man,
I'm supposed to pick one from all of that? Are you out of your gourd? Scroll some.
I had to mess with you. I was like, hold on.
I didn't really pick one. I just kind of said what some of my favorite ones are, but they're all good. So
from a production standpoint. Well, first of all, you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Hell yeah. Cool,
Mrs. Chilling tested positive for COVID the other day, but so far symptom free.
Oh yeah?
For myself, that is, yeah.
Good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
As long as she's getting better as well.
Getting there.
Good.
Getting there. Yeah, no, this
Um,
dude's work
but
is
yeah,
absolutely
Some scrolling
insane.
for you.
Yeah,
He did First
so-
Man with good old Ryan Gosling last
Yeah.
time he did an astronaut movie.
Dunkirk, Waterworld, Interstellar. What the hell?
Yeah, so we know. Well, it's cool. We see he's done like science fiction-y stuff, so he's familiar with
Yeah.
how to do design
Dark
for
Knight
that.
Rises,
So that's
Dark
great.
Knight.
3 that stand out to me.
Ooh, the
for
Prestige.
science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my favorite Nolan
Yeah,
movie. I
that
love
one
The
is so good.
Prestige.
Prestige
Yeah.
is so good.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
It's-
just early stuff, Insomnia, Behind Enemy Lines,
Right.
all that stuff is just
Right.
so good as well.
Wow.
But
I
then
think-
you get into all this.
I think Amazon is serious about making this like a player, this show. You know?
Well, that's good because
Mhm. Yeah, it's awesome.
They need to make up for Rings of Power somehow.
Right. It's exciting that they're putting this much into it. You know.
Oh,
Very
it's
exciting.
so exciting.
Mhm.
Anytime any IP I love hires someone with a resume like this,
Yeah.
it makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that good.
Makes me just as
Mhm.
fuzzy on the inside as I am on the outside.
From just the production standpoint on a sci-fi kind of film, Interstellar and
Mhm.
Westworld obviously are
Right.
both there. But I
Yeah.
would be remiss not to mention John Carter.
I
'Cause
mean,
whether
it
John
looked
Carter
good.
is the best film
Yeah.
or not,
Yep.
the production scale of the whole planet, I mean, is great.
Mm-hmm.
And for what he does with the Dark Knight world, all 3 times.
Yeah.
Has Nathan ever done a TV show? He does
Westworld.
Westworld.
I think that might be it.
He started off with some TV down here.
Oh, okay.
Falling for a Dancer,
You
and The Ambassador as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a little.
So not a whole bunch, but if he
Yeah.
is the production design guy for this series,
Yeah.
that's what we need to know.
Mhm.
And honestly, First Man right here is good to see as well. And Tenet, because there is an element of spy kind of stuff going on in Stargate a lot of the time. And Tenet is a good spy thing. First Man's a good space thing. So he's got that kind of space vibe as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's solid.
I'm
Yep.
a fan.
Yeah.
I am a fan.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
This is, do we have anything else? I just off the top of our heads about Nathan Crowley in general? Because
No, I think his resume speaks for itself. You know? So,
what she said.
yeah, when you have a resume that good,
mhm.
not a whole
Yeah.
bunch to add besides just oohing and gooing and some gushing.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
we can do that all day. And
Mhm.
I want to keep doing it for a few years after this stuff keeps just coming out, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
Blitz Wars, I'm kind of with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Stargate
Yeah.
Command is just keep it simple,
Perfect.
stupid. It was already planned, and
Yep.
it would almost be nostalgic in a sense for them to do that.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah. It would.
They're giving flexibility to even bounce around with a bigger cast and stuff too.
it's such a broad thing to talk about that it does help.
Mhm.
So, moving next. On to the next hire. Leading the VFX team is Moen Leo, whose work as a visual effects supervisor at ILM Industrial Light and Magic's London and
Hired.
Singapore effects houses.
That's all you need to say. Hey,
That's it.
I was
Yeah.
I was a supervisor at ILM. You're hired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
London and Singapore. I mean,
Mhm.
that's 2 large markets.
Mhm.
European market and the Asian market.
Mhm.
He's just in charge of them, not much.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So he did, of course, The Martian, Ant-Man, Deepwater Horizon. Leo was nominated for an Oscar for Best Visual Effects for 2016's Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which just looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It does.
it's stunning. Very, very
Mhm.
stunning.
As part of that team, he accomplished 1,700 VFX shots for that film. On television, though, he subsequently served as visual effects supervisor on season 2 of Lucasfilm's Andor, which also looks so good,
Yeah.
winning the Emmy for outstanding special VFX in a season or a movie. His Star Wars credits also extend to video games as creative director for ILM and Lab. I'm not familiar with LAB's work on the Star Wars VR series Vader Immortal for which he created the story. Oh, no way.
I've watched gameplay for
sweet.
that. That is sick.
Me
Vader
too. It's
Immortal is dope.
literally
Right.
the only VR game that I would want to go buy a VR set for.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
I don't know. Have you seen the Deadpool one? Oh my god. Look up some gameplay from the Deadpool VR game.
Oof.
It's amazing.
My roommate has one, and he's trying to get me to do it. I don't know. I haven't sat down to do it, or I guess stood up to do it. Whatever you do with VR. Leo originally joined ILM in 1996 as a technical director and effects animator, where he contributed to blockbuster films such as Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and Pearl Harbor. Again, might not be the best movie in the world, but damn, it looks good. He then joined ESC Entertainment to work on The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions before returning to ILM and having the illustrious freaking career that we just read right there.
Right.
But they are hiring some people with some severe big D energy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon said we are not playing around.
These are dudes that can just
they're playing. Yeah, they're going all in.
These are dudes that can just walk in and metaphorically just thump it on the table and be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, like Sarah said, you don't really have to say anything past their resumes just to be not just excited for their work and what they're going to bring to it, but freaking Stargate as a whole again.
Right.
The one thing that we did kind of mention on Radical Wasteland after we stopped talking about Pluribus and because we tried to start talking Stargate for a second, but Pluribus is just so damn interesting. We kept going on the show that we wanted to talk about that day anyway. Surprise, surprise. But of course, when we got into Stargate, we kind of started talking about it a little bit.
Yeah.
The one takeaway that might be negative, quote unquote, from all the news that we got on Friday morning, which was great for the vast majority of all of it.
Yeah.
The one thing they did not say that they did say, reading between the lines, if they're hiring Nathan Crowley and Mo and Leo here, this is prestige TV. This is not Monster of the Week. This is not 22 episodes. This is not 20 episodes. This is not 18. This is not 16 episodes. Oh, my fingers are crossed for 12 episodes or 13.
Right.
But this is 8 or 10 episodes. Could even be 6.
It better be at least 10.
Yeah.
With the team that's on board, it could be 6.
You hear me, Amazon? 10.
10 would be
10 at least.
10 or 12.
Listen up, Bezos. 10.
Yes.
Minimum. Don't give me this 8 or even 6 episode BS. 10. 65-minute long episodes.
And that is another good thing that he did say. Martin Garrow and Joseph Malazzi, while they were sitting there, were saying, well, because they were asked the question, is there a specific time limit or something that per episode that they're shooting for? They said, well, we have a certain amount of dollars. We have a certain amount of time that we know that we have to put those dollars on screen. Past that, any other footage that we've filmed, any other footage that fits within the stories that we're trying to tell, can be put in there if we would like to. They said they have some longer episodes and they have some shorter episodes.
Yeah.
So I think it's more what the episode needs, which is what I like to hear.
Yeah.
I hope those shorter episodes are 45 minutes at least still.
Yeah.
I am tired of these 30-minute episodes besides Night of the Seven Kingdoms, because I could just watch that over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, that's a great series. I got to watch that again. It was good.
Oh, it's so good. I just start tearing up thinking about episode 5. I'm like, don't do it. Everything. The all of Game of Thrones, all of Westeros would have been so much better if just this one freaking moment.
Yep.
That's good writing. That's good writing. But yeah.
Excuse me one second.
I'm about to quote you anyway. Like Aaron just said.
Yeah.
Days of 20 episodes are gone, sadly.
No
Catherine, 10-minute webisodes. That would be good at least.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it as extra content, So
that would be nice.
I wonder if they will do an official podcast. There's all these shows that do official after podcasts, and hey, what do we have to do, right?
Hey, Amazon, Bezos, Garrow, whoever.
Yes.
We are so totally willing to help you with a podcast, and we will put on the most professional face. We won't cuss. We'll put on our pretty faces and polite smiles and everything we can for you.
Yeah.
But my assumption would be they already have a Darren
I'm sure
David taped into the
I know. I'm just but I mean, well, we'll probably do our own anyway. So hey,
one way or another, we'll still be Stargate Outpost in one way or another.
Yeah.
Stranger Things style runtimes would be great. If they're going to do only 8 or 10 episodes, or 12, 10 or 12, hopefully, come on, please. That runtime would be great. And if the shortest episodes were 44 minutes, then I could get on board with 44. If it was only like 2 or 3 episodes, or 1 or
2, not including credits.
Yeah.
Amazon MGM. Actual showtime. You show
Can
me.
You say it 10 times again, and each time increase the level of loudness.
Not including
and then
credits.
Put it on post.
Not including credits.
Not
including credits.
Not including the credits.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm here.
It's out of my system. I hope it's out of yours because it's mostly out of mine, but I can scream it again later if we're not careful. Give us the 3-second just Stargate and then just keep going.
Dude, forget 2-minute opening. How about 6 to 7 minute closing credits? Are you friggin' kidding me with this?
Right. Well, there's that many people working on it. Or they do the ones where you get all the credits for the other countries' things that they've done, which is takes forever.
Which is great. Keep those in there. We need all that. But don't screw up. Don't pad the runtime with credits. It sucks. And I'm gonna call out one of our favorite shows as of recent. Fallout even opened up with, and it was nice to have as detailed of a recap for season 1 as it did. And season 2, episode 1 was a little bit longer of an episode for the rest of the season, but it was a 6-minute recap on top of like a 4 or 5 minute ending credit.
Yeah.
Y'all, 10 or 11 minutes out of a 45-minute episode, if not shorter, hurts my soul. It's not The Mandalorian. We can do better. And The Mandalorian, it could be better. Like, come on.
Yep.
And I do love some Mandalorian. Season 3 a little screwy, but you know.
Okay, Mandalorian peaked at the end of season 2.
But we tried, David. We would try.
We're usually pretty good.
We're usually decent. It did crack me up though. Martin Garrow on Friday, whenever they were like, now we can just kind of hang out and shoot the breeze. He just caught himself and said,
didn't he actually say? He dropped a couple swear words in there, but it's like whatever, Come on.
Yeah,
we're all adults here. I don't think there was 5-year-olds watching Stargate News or whatever.
If there are, they should be on Stargate Infinity, and they should.
Exactly.
I was about to say watch our Stargate Infinity stream, but that probably has more cussing than the entire show put together. So maybe don't do that one.
Yeah.
I've only loved one opening credits, and that's the Game of Thrones opening credits.
Oh yeah, that's always great.
To watch the world be built. That one, I really do like the Evil opening credits too, especially the later seasons of Evil when it's just kind of screwing with you, because they know it's like a demonic show to some degree. So they're like, well, if you skip these credits, you're going to be possessed or something, and then they just kind of screw with you in the credits. It's just fun. If you're gonna do it, have some fun with it or be creative like Game of Thrones. I'm with you, man. Or do it like frickin' A Night of the Seven Kingdoms did and completely just turn that on its head.
Right.
And turn it on its brown too. I guess it would be the way they opened up the series.
I blame the popularity of the GOAT version of that theme for Love and Thunder.
Right.
You blame it on what?
I blame Love and Thunder's GOAT screaming on the GOAT version of Game of Thrones that was so popular for a while.
Yeah.
Got stuck in Taika's head. He's like, oh, it was fun then. It'll be fun now.
No, it won't. It really won't, Taika.
That was horrible.
The GOAT screaming so bad.
Yeah.
I liked Enterprise opening credits so I could listen to the song.
That's for
It
The
is-
Expanse too. I like that opening song for Expanse too. It's good. Actually, like having in my, I added it to my playlist of music.
Well, while we are talking about just like the expensive and expansiveness of Stargate right now, it is prestige film, it's television. Excuse me.
Yes.
That being said, is this a worry for y'all? I mean, we have the
No.
best in the business to make it look good and do so at a high budget, but it's efficiently within those dollars. You don't find people that are better at working within the dollars they're given, essentially, in the industry. That's exciting for me. I do wish it was going to be leaning towards that 16, 18 episodes.
Right.
As long as they're not like, as long as they don't take the phrase prestige television and convert it into elevated genre.
Yes, agreed.
Like, please don't freaking do that.
Because I love the three body problem, but that's not what Stargate is.
No.
Right.
Yeah. So like, you can have prestige TV and still not be elevated genre.
Yeah. As long as, I was just gonna say, as long as they don't get too highbrow with it, I'm good. You know.
I mean, there's the grounded down to earth element is like what really makes it good.
Yeah, and I think we have the people that know that voice and are going to use it. So, yeah,
there's a little room for some highbrow too. I mean,
I'm not saying
not
none.
the Ori, but the ancients are a little highbrow to a degree,
right?
And they're almost treated like highbrow because they're kind of they're either the most sci-fi thing or the least sci-fi thing in Stargate, according to how you think about it. You know?
Yes.
Are they just magic angels in the sky? Because that's not all that sci-fi. But if they are a corporeal being that has learned to develop the soul rather than the physical body and, go into that kind of thing, they are very sci-fi. Nonetheless, I think that's where that element of they are just naturally we're better than now because we've reached this state of enlightenment anyway. The only one that's not like that's Oma Dasala and Daniel Shanks, of course, Mr. Michael Jackson.
Start that again.
I had to. I was like, well, shoot.
We had a little fun with that on Friday.
It's not something I think I'm too worried about. I think David just said he's not worried about it either because they did say they're going to have a similar sense of humor. And with Darrow, Malazzi, and company back.
Yeah, and they also seemed very paying attention to detail of canon. Like they said they use Gate World themselves to check factual things. Like, so they're making sure that they're crossing the T's, dotting the I's on what has happened before and what they're doing now. It's, they're making sure it's all like there's a consistency there, it sounds like. So that's great.
Which is awesome as well. Like, obviously, Gate World and Dial the Gate have been just a perfect amalgamation of lore keeping since the show and while the shows were going on air as well. And it's fun that these creators are, well, shit, it's been 15 years or 18 years since I've thought about it a lot since then, of course, but it's been 18 years since I put a pen to a paper, or 15 years since I put pen to a paper.
Right.
What is the intricacy, or like how does this work like on a day-to-day within the universe we created again? All right, well, I could either go back and watch the episode and go find my notes from 20 years ago, or go ask the studio and go find some like assistant that has the Bible and can read it for me and go through that whole process.
Right.
Or I could just look it up on YouTube and take 10 minutes and then I can keep going.
Yeah.
And the lore keepers are wonderful for that. Thank you, David, and thank you, Darren. Thank you all. Helping Stargate actually streamline its process back onto our screens, which is a beautiful thing.
Yep. That was the whole point of it.
We're all appreciative.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I swore, I was like, I was gonna not swear right there, but we're already in it, so here we go. I'm from the swamp. What do you?
I do swear myself, but I think whenever I'm on here, it's like the swear switch in my brain goes off. I don't know. I just don't even.
Wait, you have a switch?
Yeah.
was about to say,
Yes.
give it another year and a half, 2 years. I think all of our switches
Yeah.
are just gone.
Well, we
I
were
don't-
in everyday life. You would hear different things. For just whatever reason, my brain just somehow knows, like, don't swear. It just doesn't even like come to my brain when I'm on here. I don't know why. But
I know,
I
I
guess
have
it's
to-
not a bad thing, but
lucky.
Forcible self-editing.
yeah.
Sorry, I was reading multiple comments at once. Blitz War's out of here. Oh, great talking, man. This is always fun. Come talk whenever you're feeling like it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we've
think I
mentioned, I
talked
think
for-
it might have a more of expanse-ish kind of feel to it, I think.
which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's where we're kind of leaning towards with the technology we have. I am super interested to see
Mm-hmm.
where the Asgard and ancient tech has either evolved
Mm-hmm.
into our daily lives
Right. If at all.
or within the military as well. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Do they even add it in there, or do they try
Right.
to keep things
Yeah.
just status quo?
Well,
And
the
if
whole
so,
big
they need some good reasons for it too.
Mhm. And the whole thing of like, oh my gosh, my train. Sorry, my brain is like, what was I thinking again? I don't remember what I was gonna say.
This is why we cuss. Okay.
God damn it!
We got her. Okay. No, it's. I feel, even though it's not necessarily what we were wanting episode count wise, and that was just a big thing.
Mhm.
Just the names being announced and the teams that are
Mhm.
working on it, that we know that are working on it. I
Yes.
feel. I mean, there shouldn't be a weight on any of our shoulders necessarily. We're not involved with it, but we talk about it so often that it does lift like a weight off our chest, not our shoulders necessarily, but that weighing down feeling is just kind of like, ooh.
Right. I mean, just every step so far seems like they're doing the right thing, and it's just okay. What's that end result going to be? And I remember the thing I forgot earlier, which was, is the bigger thing of, is the gate a secret or public knowledge?
I know Brad's part of the team, and
Mhm.
yes, he should be. It's Brad freaking
Yes.
right.
Yeah. Yep.
But I hope they don't go with his idea of letting the gate be known to the world. I find it so much more interesting keeping the Stargate secret and letting spacefaring slowly work its way into society.
Yeah.
Rather than,
I agree.
we've got a magic portal, boop, kind of, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
now everybody fight, essentially. It's
Yeah.
we've got
That's
this
what I
now.
think too. It's like
The world destroyed itself to
Right.
get this.
I feel like if they're going to do the gate is public, then the show's going to get bogged down in a lot of this political minutia over it. And I don't
Which we've
really
already
want
seen
that
with
to
Jonas
happen.
Quinn's
Yeah.
Homeworld.
Mhm.
Jonas Quinn's
Yeah.
Homeworld is, we've seen
Yep.
it play for play
Mhm.
already. I don't
Mhm.
feel like it's necessary now.
Yeah.
No,
But
100% agree.
Mhm.
And
like
I also-
Lead Farmer said,
Yeah.
what do y'all think about this? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Aaron.
Oh, you're good. Keep real or don't remember your words. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a fine idea, but never will happen.
that's a little too Roddenberry.
Mhm.
This, I think
Oh, that does get Star Trek equipped.
Yeah.
that's very Roddenberry. But
Mhm.
I honestly think we wouldn't be like you were talking about having that weight lifted off our shoulders with these announcements of who's in the production team and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We probably wouldn't feel so relieved or so worried in the first place if we hadn't spent the last half decade or more watching a lot of our favorite IPs go.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's
You know?
that's the thing of like, is that going to happen with ours too? But
Exactly. It's
the
like
positive you could take is that they've learned from that and are going to
Yes.
be more careful with it.
we
hopefully.
hope. Say
Yeah,
we hope. We still need
hopefully.
to see. I'm still waiting on evidence that Hollywood is learning about this yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this will be
Mhm.
the first bit of evidence for us, or one of the
Well,
earliest
honestly-
bits of evidence, anyway.
Would
Mhm.
you not say Amazon and Prime have kind of shown a little bit of that evidence? with some of their shows, like Invincible, The Boys, and Fallout in particular.
Yeah.
I think those three
Yeah.
are kind of the only three shows that I can reference that like truly listened to fans and done something about
True.
certain elements of their shows.
Yeah, I mean there are sporadic examples for sure, but like overall, Hollywood still has an issue.
Is Amazon maybe the best one about it though? And should that give us a little hope?
Current.
Weird to think about.
Amazon and HBO. I'd say.
Oh, because I was going to say Amazon and Apple. Interesting.
Oh yeah, well,
Apple as well too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, by reputation, I've never have Apple, so I haven't watched.
Would you even say HBO? Because I mean, I don't want to necessarily single it out, but I mean, they're still going forward with season 3 of The Last of Us. Like, are they really listening to people for their TV shows all the time? Obviously, they got a Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
But that almost feels like it was
maybe
just
HBO
we'll try it.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
And also, Stanley's brings up a good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wheel of Time, Rings of Power.
Yeah.
They haven't treated their fantasy all that well. They've treated their sci-fi pretty damn well, thankfully. But
Well, I've been Invincible though, dude.
I don't completely hate Rings of Power. I get what people don't like about it. I'm not that deep. I mean, I love Lord of the Rings and fantasy and all that, but I'm not that deep in the lore of Lord of the Rings that I know necessarily notice the things they're doing wrong. Particularly. But yeah,
See,
I mean, it looks beautiful. I mean, it looks so good.
It looks amazing. And I'm with you. I still watch it, and I still enjoy it to a lesser degree than I enjoy most shows, but I'm not hate watching it. My frustration comes from watching it and knowing the lore well enough where it's like, you set it up where you could do it correctly, and you're just streamlining this for why? You have bigger budgets and better sets than most people and most projects will ever be afforded. Utilize it. It. It just doesn't feel like anything in the show is utilized in the efficiency that it could be.
Right. Yeah, it does feel like it could have been written a little better. Big time. Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't understand how is it Patrick McKay and JD Payne, I think, are the showrunners. This is their first thing they've ever showrun. You don't start with Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's every little boy and every little nerd's dream in general to say, I want to make movies in this, or I want to make TV, and then the first thing you get is Lord of the Rings. That's not where you start, you know.
No.
Peter Jackson,
or why give somebody, give them that much money without any experience, you know?
It's a gross.
Nobody should have their first job in an IP that size.
No, not especially something that kind of almost sacred in terms of fantasy.
No, and for the sake of comparison right now, a great way of somebody doing something like that within a larger IP, it's not to the same degree. I mean, we might herald it and love it as much, but Martin Garrow and Stargate. Maybe 20 years after you got the first job and started working on it on a show in a small level and grew within that show and became a larger part of said shows with it over time, then you get afforded the ability to become the showrunner for the next series or a different series like he was doing with Quantum Leap. And I forget the other series that ran for 5 seasons that everybody really enjoys of his as well.
No, I don't remember what that is either.
I know, I keep thinking of it. Doesn't it start with like an F or something like that? It's interesting, but I think Garrow's honestly a good litmus test for where that should be, and I hope Amazon has learned its lesson. It seemingly has, because after the Rings of Power, we've obviously gotten updates on The Boys and Invincible and Stargate and all these other things, and it seems like they are trying to do well with their stuff, which is good to see, honestly.
And they're doing well with Invincible so far.
Oh man,
that 3-episode premiere was so strong,
so good. And I get it; it's a little slower, but this is a moment where you need to be a little slower. Like, it is Oh man. This is some of my favorite episodes. The 3 episodes we've gotten so far.
Now, I haven't read the books, but from what I understand, like it's about to.
Oh, this is the calm before the storm. It needs to slow down this first half of the season for what's about to happen. Hey, but we've got Space Racer, so now it's really coming back. It's gonna be so fun. Oh,
I can't wait.
It's so good. Invincible is one of those shows that I start gushing about, and I can't even talk about because I just get excited about it, and my brain just goes oh a bunch of times, and I'm like, I just put it on the TV, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic.
It is so good. That's what I watched this week.
Oh yeah, did you watch anything else?
No, not really, but like I'm sure you guys know, there's like Daredevil comes out this coming Tuesday, and
yes,
then like
I'm excited about that.
First week of April we get The Boys.
Yeah,
and then I think The Boys premieres April. What? I can't remember. But like the following Monday, Mall Shadow Lord premieres.
Yes, because that's the 7th, I think.
April 6th.
6th or 7th, something like that.
6th. It's the 6th. And they do 2 of those every week, and then the final 2 of those drop on May the 4th. Yeah, exactly.
Did we start today off by saying we were eating good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we're eating pretty good.
Yeah. The next this year, I mean, and this is just on TV. That's not even movies.
Right. Yeah.
That's not even movies. This is just TV. I mean, we got Invincible, The Boys, Maul, Daredevil, just in the next few weeks, and then later this summer, Lanterns in August. I think there's something dropping in July. I can't remember off the top of my head. Vision Quest this fall. Oh, the Punisher special is going to be this summer sometime before Brand New Day drops as well. And then this fall we get Vision Quest. I don't think there's anything else Star Wars besides Maul, though.
Yeah, when's Vision Quest come out again?
This fall.
Okay.
This fall, I believe.
Because
X-Men 97 Season 2 is going to come out this summer.
That's right. And the second Spider-Man...
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay.
That's supposed to come out, I think, late summer or fall as well.
Yeah, I went ahead and just grabbed this up. Just the movie's coming out soon.
Oh, Spider Noir. Spider Noir, Nick Cage.
Yeah.
That's Noir release date is May 25th.
My watch party schedule is insane.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not watching Maul on Mondays because I'm already going to be watching Daredevil on Tuesdays. So I'm just putting those 2 together on Tuesdays, and it'll be Invincible and then Invincible and The Boys on Wednesdays, which is really weird. I don't know why they're putting 2 of their monster shows on the same night.
Yeah, that is a little odd. Maybe they think they will get a bunch of people doubling up to watch back and back, and they probably should. I mean, if it's my favorite saying, or one of my favorite sayings, kill 2 birds and get stoned, you know, it's great.
Yeah.
The Third Parent. Have you all seen anything about this one?
No.
Nada.
It's a little sci-fi
Rob Lowe.
with Rob Lowe. I think I've only seen
like Rob Lowe
descriptions about it. I don't think there's a trailer or anything. But it does. Amidst the 4th of July celebration, a disturbing figure named Tommy Taffy emerges, disguising himself as a human to infiltrate a suburban neighborhood and impose authoritarian rule over an unsuspecting family. Rob Lowe playing an alien that's taking over stuff. That sounds fun.
That sounds
interesting.
Straight to streaming, which is now the equivalent of straight to DVD.
Yeah. The drama, just this cracks me up. The whole Robert Pattinson and Zendaya being in 3 movies together this year.
Oh yeah, that The Odyssey and Dune 3, right?
Yeah. And their characters are a little more close to each other than Zendaya and Tom's and most of them, which is pretty funny. But yeah, we are getting good movies here soon.
Tom's sitting in the background while they're filming that. Like,
What?
get off my Kool-Aid, dog.
Ew.
Beach, yes. All right.
Oh, woohoo! I'm actually excited for the Mummy, the horror version of the actual Mummy story.
Oh, I'm excited for the return of Frasier and Vice.
That as well. That as well.
I am so stoked for that. I love those movies so much.
Yeah.
Oh, this is releasing in the U.S. On April 24th. Wow.
Yep.
That's cool. Oh yeah. Well, we are eating good, y'all. As we can see, Crispin Glover, as in George McFly, as in the same guy that's totally under a few legal issues for
he's naughty.
some things that he's
a naughty boy.
He's a naughty boy, and honestly, as much as I like Crispin Glover as an actor at times, he's made a career about being a creepy guy. Literally, he's a peeping Tom in Back to the Future, has consistently been kind of within the realm of that character throughout his career.
Yeah.
He's taken method acting a little too seriously.
Yeah, and hey, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But an eyebrow can be raised, and I think the eyebrow's been raised for a good long while on that. All that being said, we've talked some Stargate. We've talked a little Project Hail Mary. Have you seen Project Hail Mary yet, Aaron?
No, I have not.
Woo!
That's what I in all of my various little internet bubbles, zero negative, not even a hint of negativity about that movie. Not even a hint. And it's popping off at the theater too.
It really is.
I saw some numbers earlier. It's now the biggest opening weekend of 2026.
Which is awesome.
Yep. Not surprising. It's that good.
That's what I hear.
I was like, this is gonna be one of the top movies of the year. That was like one of my first thoughts when my husband and I went and watched it. Yeah. For sure.
There's one thing I'm disappointed about. I'm excited about, and I'm disappointed about. Project Hail Mary, and Dune 3 come out in the same year, which means they both can't win all the Oscars because they both need to win all the Oscars.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm already conflicted. I haven't even seen Dune 3 yet, and I'm already conflicted.
The Goss versus Timmy C.
And I'm glad it's sci-fi battling sci-fi, but at the same time, not these two. Like these two would have won.
Yeah,
all the
they're just
awards
such different flavor movies too. Where Dune is so like dark, serious, hard sci-fi fantasy kind of thing, and Project Hail Mary. Well, there's a serious thing going on in the backdrop. It's a fun kind of story between how this alien and human develop a friendship. Yeah.
Rocky is the best thing I've ever. I want to go hang out with that species all day. Please. Saw the Oscars. It's the Chevron Awards they need to win. Yep. Damn right.
That's
damn right.
Yeah. Someday.
There we go.
Hey, at least Stellan got a Chevron Award last week. Stellan Skarsgård needed a Chevron Award. They didn't get the Oscar for acting, and Sean Penn did a great job in one battle after another. But hey, I just want Stellan to win everything. Just give the Skarsgård all of it.
Stellan needs a statue from somewhere, like real talk. He does.
Him and Ray Fiennes, both of them.
Yep, 100%. I love Stellan. Stellan's his kids are pretty good too.
Yeah.
They have
Ray Fiennes or Stellan Skarsgård?
Stellan Skarsgård's kids.
All right.
Alexander.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
They got a little talent.
Yep.
Is Gustav is one of his kids too, right? The Vikings.
Yeah, he was in that.
Vikings, yeah. I forgot about him.
The Vikings television show. Yeah.
I forgot.
He's great.
I forgot about that Skarsgård.
He's the sneaky one that's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to just don't remember me. I'm just going to come in there and terrify you with a performance every couple years. Just that's all.
Right.
And
Alexander, I know Alexander all the way back from True Blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been around
True
for a long
Blood, yep.
time, and so is Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, Murderbot. It's great. Yeah.
Chevron Award for Best New Sci-Fi Series of 2026. But also, just the family's just that good. And Ray Fiennes, I don't know if y'all seen any what's his name? Hero something Fiennes? I think it's his kid. It's either his kid or his brother's kid. But that's the guy that's the lead for the Young Sherlock show right now. And it seems good. I mean, he looks like a great actor, too. If the apple falls in the same direction the Skarsgård apples fell, he'll be great. He'll be great.
Yeah.
All of this, though, how the hell are we already an hour 12 talking about all this? We have not even talked about the main thing that is on our thumbnail.
Yes.
Firefly's coming back.
Yeah. Animated, but at least, hey, it's something.
Honestly, probably the wisest decision.
Yes. Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
It's set between Firefly and Serenity, which I was not aware of until I tweeted, and then I had about 8 different people say, "It's between the two. Didn't you listen to anything?" And no, I didn't listen to it. I read it and ran through it real fast, and I was like, "Well, okay, that answers that."
Yeah. All right.
That's cool though.
Yes, that means what's his name is still alive. So
that means Book and Shepard, I guess, and Wash are both alive. I love that that's the case. Ron Glass, the actor that played Shepard, is obviously passed away. And they said they'll recast and look for someone that can either mimic the voice well or, bring new life to the character. What do y'all feel about that? Does it really boost your levels of excitement? I'm with you, Aaron, where I think animation is the right way to bring it back.
Yeah.
Now that this is official, to some degree, they're still looking for a home. What are your thoughts on it? Is there a good and the bad, the ugly from the announcement that you can think of, just in general?
Well, I think the good is that we're getting anything at all. That's a continuation of what we had before.
Yeah.
The bad is if it's just written bad. I mean, I don't know what ugly would be. I don't know, but hopefully maybe there will be some sort of soft reboot after, if the animated film does really well, maybe they'll do something like that. Yeah. Cool.
If you were going to bring the original cast back, anime is the way to go because they're all like
yeah.
So, Peter, I like what Peter brought up. And
Agreed.
I'm going to tie it into something else. I'm sure you're all familiar with the Buffy reboot getting dead over at Hulu, right? And I was listening to some people talk about it. I can't remember who it was. Watching someone streaming that I would watch. Anyway, they were talking about how basically that script had to have been just garbage. And one of them brought up because Joss wasn't around. Say what you want about him as a person. I mean, he's responsible for Buffy. He's responsible for Angel. He's responsible for a fair chunk of Phase 1 of the MCU. First 2 Avengers movies are Joss Whedon. He has, and he did a lot of uncredited script fixing for Marvel in Phase 1 as well. The dude has talent. I don't know what the hell happened to him with Justice League. I don't know if he was on a bender or something when it came to that. But overall, though, the dude knows what he's doing. And if he started off doing something and you don't bring him back, good luck matching it.
Right.
Yeah.
They got his blessing to do it, but I don't think he's going to be involved.
I don't want to necessarily bog down the conversation in this part, but Joss Whedon is the pivotal example of, and hey, the last 10, 12, 15 years of Hollywood has been screwy from every direction all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But Joss Whedon is the epitome example of letting politics lead your life rather than letting your art lead your life. When he used to, politics, like Greg likes to say all the time, is inherently baked into the art that we make. It's just part of it, you know? Right, wrong, indifferent, good, bad, ugly, all the above, you know? That being said, whenever like Stanley's saying he's guilty of being a fake feminist, he can't go around saying, and I think that's what's really screwed him up was, well, I'm this, and this, and I'm leading the charge here, and I'm leading the charge here, and oh, this is really good. And behind the scenes, he's doing the exact opposite in every single female actor he worked with in Justice League, and even some of the Buffy folks, and before then, all of the decades of career spanning have started coming back and saying, dude, you're a shitbag. You're not what you pretend to be, and that's not cool of you to try to prop yourself up as that. And and hey,
unfortunately, he's not the only one to have done something like that.
There's a lot of cases, sadly.
Yeah.
And again, right, wrong, indifferent, good, bad, ugly, all the above. Some people do it for the sake of political brownies points. Some people do it for the sake of brownie points within the studios they live in and work within. Some people do it for social credit, and then some people are just like, screw all that, I'm going to make some art. Those are the people that are the typically the best. That's even a hard flung thing because that's how you also get like a Woody Allen or something like that too. And there is a line to toe and a bridge to gap in everything. Life is life. But I don't think Firefly or Buffy or anything Joss Whedon put his hands on should come back, if I'm being realistic. I think Firefly had its time and it should have had more time, and it's looked on in a beautiful way because of the way it was given to us. It would be awesome to get as amazing of a crew and cast together. And I know I am younger than our average Joe watching SciTrek and hanging out with us. And I didn't grow up watching Firefly. I watched it a couple years ago for the first time in Serenity and loved it. But it's not some needle-moving sci-fi series. It really isn't. It was what it was at the time it was, and that was great. But Farscape and SG-1 had already done everything that they did in the entire series prior to it. And so on and so forth. And all this being said, I always sound like I'm just poo-pooing on Firefly. I'm not, I promise. But are these actors and their careers not better served moving forward? Is us as a fan base and an audience not better served with new stories and new worlds and new mediums sometimes? Or do we just eat the lowest common denominator as often as possible? Because as great as this could be, they don't have a home for it yet. And as excited as I am for Guggenheim and I forget his wife's name, that is honestly the more exciting producer on board. And yes, they met on Firefly, and yes, they've done some great work. Arrow went out with a slow whimper, and that's the team that's coming back and doing it.
Well, they just took the Arrow stuff too far. They just kept going deeper and more and more and more, and it got to be too much and kind of collapsed on itself, I think.
And my biggest worry is within there, one of the big head honchos, Guggenheim being so, is, hey, well, we want to do more flashbacks and we want to do more flash forwards. What happens when you're in the middle of a story is already finished with Serenity and you've already started with Firefly and you have the opportunity to do flashbacks and flash forwards? Is that what this show is going to be? Is it just going to be a bunch of animated flashbacks and flash forwards? And you're going to get a nice little middle story, and it's just going to feel like Book of Boba Fett animated, but for Firefly this time around, because that's what we're leading up to, if I'm being honest. I say something nice about Firefly, please, somebody quickly, because I don't want to be the negative here.
The cast was just so great together. There was just the lightning in a bottle thing, and I don't know if they're going to be able to recapture that. Because that was just a certain thing at a certain time. It just hit just right. And I think the shortness of the series is why is partially the reason why it's such a big cult favorite, or I guess just favorite. It's not really cult necessarily, but yeah, I don't know if in an animated form they're going to be able to recapture that magic that was that one season, you know.
Yeah. Are y'all worried about them bringing back Wash and Book or Shepard with me at all?
No, I mean, as long as they have, you know, they've gone to his family to make sure that everything's okay with doing that. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Dot your I's and cross your T's and make sure, you know, people are cool first. But, you know, as long, like, what was it? Val Kilmer's family gave them blessing that one movie to AI him up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like, if they'd have done that on
Aren't
their own
they coming out with the Val Kilmer movie with the AI version of Val Kilmer?
Yeah, that's one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like, Val Kilmer's family gave them permission to do that. Like,
yeah.
If they'd have just done that on their own, I'd have been like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Cash too, but I wouldn't have traded my morals for that one. I'm not gonna go see that AI Val Kilmer movie.
It just seems like it won't be good. You know, it just seems like as much as they could recreate him, it just kind of feels like it would be like a soulless version of him that would be creepy.
Yeah. Well, just to go back to Firefly for a second, David asked, it's live action or nothing. Or I guess not asked. His statement says, because he said he's not really into it unless it's live action.
Right.
I think
there's going to be a lot of those.
Yeah, I think we all understand that the only way that they could actually bring this thing back, scheduling wise, particularly, because that's the big thing. All these guys, every single one of the cast members has not just serialized seasons, but those long procedurals that we've been talking about as of late. They still have the 20 episode shows, which take 6, 8, 9 months out of a year. You need 3 or 4 months for a season of live action, even if it's only 6 or 8 episodes.
Yep.
That being said, it is obviously I do come from a younger generation, and y'all are more in tune with the want and the ability to seek out animation. Is the audience for Firefly aged out of the animation medium as well, generally? Because I don't think there's many people under 40, and I'm one that is excited for it under 40.
Right.
But I don't think there are many people under 40 excited for Firefly.
Right. It just depends if you're into anime or not. I think if you're an anime fan, like always have been, that you'll definitely check it out and may enjoy it if it's good. I think there's a lot of people that are just, they may not be they may not be fans of anime, but I think they'll still want to watch it because it's something that it's about something that they love or really liked in the
sake of
day,
Firefly.
and it'll be kind of nostalgic and all that stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Our age group, I'd say, is probably split. Like, there's some of us that have loved cartoons and animation since we were kids, you know, because we grew up on Looney Tunes and Super Friends, Smurfs, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's probably about half and half. Half of us still like animated stuff. Half of our generation's like, oh, this stuff for kids. Whatever.
Right.
Shut up.
Anyway, that's my worry. Yeah.
So I'd say Firefly fans of my generation will be down for an animation one, more than likely. But the key is going to be making it appeal to, because the younger generation is very much more into animation and stuff than mine is. Like, anime fans in general are younger than myself. Like, more of them are younger, so they're gonna have to find a way to get that demographic interested in it if they actually want it.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
with that thought in mind, do y'all think that Firefly could find a new audience with this? Obviously, they would be wanting to, but do you think it's realistic that Firefly can find a new audience whenever it's in between a show and a movie, which requires you to go watch the old show for homework?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to do that live action, wouldn't you just go finish Serenity before you go watch that? So does that even make you want to go back and watch the animated show? You know,
it's literally going to depend entirely on how they market it.
Yeah,
that's true.
If they market it properly, if you market right, they will come.
Right.
Now you got to make sure that you did a good job for when they show up. But you got to make them want to show up in the first place.
Yes.
They're gonna have to recap the series to some degree.
18-minute recap in the first episode. It's only 10 minutes long.
Yeah. But I mean, you have to understand where they're coming from, why they do what they do, what the brown coats are, all that stuff, Yeah.
Yeah, I almost feel like they do a smaller recap for just the character basis and then almost give you the brown coat backstory in the opening for whatever this series is.
Right.
And kind of help establish some of the key players better than they may have in the original series, because that's another thing. Looking back on it with the glasses that I have, not being alive and not watching it whenever it was out, or I guess being alive, sure, but not watching it whenever it was out kind of deal. It does not do a very good job at establishing the bad guys at all. It's just kind of like, there are bad guys out there, and we used to fight against them at a certain point, but not anymore.
Right. Yeah, they kind of just start leaning into that of like what is the name of the big bad government? I don't even remember. Is it like Earth Alliance or something? I don't know. It's not Earth Alliance. That's Babylon 5, I think. But anyway, something like that. Anyway, that they're sort of I don't want to say dictatorship, but very controlling. Well, no, because I mean, the whole reason the Reavers exist, as we find out in the movie, the Alliance. Yeah, that's what it was. Something like that. Yeah. So the Alliance aren't great guys. I mean, they created the Reavers basically. So.
It's such an interesting world. And I don't know. I don't feel like they did a great job, even with this show that's made, of detailing it or even giving you enough to understand it. It's more like
which I think if they had gotten more seasons, maybe that would have happened.
Definitely. And I really hope that's what this show takes the time to do.
Right. I wish the movie kind of would have given us a little more. I mean, it was an interesting story for the movie, but I think they could have. I don't know. It just felt like the movie needed a little bit more of something. I don't know exactly what it is, but it wasn't horrible. Yeah.
It's not its fault. It's a TV movie that was trying its best to continue and finish a story. That's a tall order, and it did a damn great job for what its order was, but it didn't leave a whole bunch of room for another series or anything to continue. And now we're pigeonholing something in the middle. How much time is even between those things? How many missions actually happened? By the time we get to Serenity, we've seen that the crew wasn't necessarily together for a while anyway. So is half the series that we're going to have the crew just getting pissy at each other and leaving? Like, is that the series we're set up for?
It'll be interesting to see what the story is. I mean, I'm curious enough that I will definitely watch it just to see what it is. I probably need to watch like the series and the movie again. It's been a minute, but
Agreed. I since they're sticking it in between two pre-existing things, they would be crazy to even be trying to plan this for anything longer than 2-3 seasons at the most.
3 seasons at most?
Yeah, I don't see how they could even try and fit more than that in. And I'm saying 3 seasons at today's episode count of like 8 to 10 episodes.
Agreed.
You know, like this thing has it's got a stop point like built in already.
Yes.
So
well,
they're probably gonna end up doing like an Andor thing. Like honestly,
Yeah,
don't
that
know,
makes sense.
Right.
don't know if it'll be like 12 episodes a season or whatever, but you know,
Or, like,
2
quality.
seasons. Yeah, 100%. Don't know if
Mhm.
they'll be able to pull that off, but
Yeah.
that's to me that's the only formula they can really do, sandwiched in
Mhm.
between things the way it is, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
I did ask Sarah a little bit ago if
Mhm.
to do the good, the bad, and the ugly for a new season. Do you have a good and bad, ugly of bringing back Firefly?
Well, the good would be they do a good show and they market it well enough to get a decent sized audience to justify it continuing at least for a little while. The bad would be they did a good enough job marketing to bring people in for a little while, but then it ends up being crappy. And the ugly would be it just is just garbage all around from start to finish.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on there. If I had to do a good, bad, and the ugly with you, I'd say the good is the fact that the cast is just getting back.
Yeah.
The bad is that they are pigeonholed between two series with seemingly only a certain amount of time and space to actually fill out and pad out that story. Like you said to Aaron, I think that's only about 3 seasons tops with today's episodes count. Like,
Yeah.
and if there's an ugly, it's the what audience are you seeking? You know, I don't know if they even have an audience that they're trying to go for besides the people that are willing to watch. And
Right.
I don't know if that's
it feels very much like it's for the fans more than it is trying to gain a new audience. Although I think they would like that to happen as well.
I don't want to be the Debbie Downer because I love and I will continue to say and specify I adore each one of those actors and all of their careers.
Especially Morena.
Oh yeah.
Jay would agree.
Very much so.
Does she have a cameo? We should do that for his birthday.
Honestly, that's a really funny idea. Yeah, if they do a good enough job, a new audience will come.
Yeah.
Maybe. You would
Maybe.
hope so.
Since it's animated, that seems a little bit tougher thing to do.
And there's so many new shows happening all the time now.
Right.
They've got to do a better job at marketing than any new show does that's happening at the same time. It's a little screwy.
Actually, double because it's animated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And really find a way to get that goodwill for people to actually watch it.
Right.
So
basically, their hopes are impressing the absolute snot out of the existing fan base to the point where, like, they're basically hoping for like a large amount of word of mouth.
Yeah. They
For
need for the term Sarah used earlier, which is apt and ready to use, is the cult following to be cult like and watch and watch and watch and get everybody they can to join and watch it as well. That being said, though, I know I keep saying it, but I love these actors, love the whole cast and crew. Does this? I wouldn't use the word reek. Does this smell of desperation? When all of these other these actors could literally, I mean, Nathan Fillion's hanging out with James Gunn, having an actual film career right now that, if he wanted to focus on, he could focus on and be one of the leading actors on all of our screens, big and small, for the next 10 years. But because, and I'm just saying this from not necessarily what I believe, but just from that devil's advocate perspective of, is he wasting his time going back to something 20 years ago that wasn't even successful enough to continue surviving then? And yeah, it's got some fun fan chatter online and stuff, but you finished it with the movie. Is it way too little, way too late to come back and focus on your career that you have now and don't waste everybody else's career time as well? Because Morena has got a great career. Alan Tudyk's got a great career. I think Adam Baldwin or Stephen Baldwin, whichever it's Adam Baldwin, right?
I think so, yeah.
Adam Baldwin's probably the least fruitful of a career out of everybody, and he's still doing just fine.
Well, since you're putting it that way, I feel like this also could be a bit of a group of actors that still love this thing they did a long time ago and now have the pull and the cachet and the juice to get this little thing they've been wanting to do done finally.
Yes.
You know, like this is a passion project that they now all have the juice to get made.
It does feel very much like a passion project. Like I said, like a passion project for like the hardcore fans. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I said devil's advocate, because that's what I feel like it is as well. Nonetheless, even with that want and that excitement from that angle, the devil's advocate is still there. The little devil on the shoulder is still poking and saying, well, you know. And part of that
well, if they want to do it and it doesn't go anywhere, I guess that's, you know, what it is. At least they got to do it, you know.
And they got to come back, have their fun, and they're, you know, and they'll still have all the juice they have when it's all done anyway.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, and I guess I'll speak to the elephant in the room as well. Is this even going to get made? They got to find somebody to pick it up first. Like, they don't have anybody to pick it up. They've just literally gotten together and we're like, we'd like to do this.
Yeah, there's that.
That's it so far. Is this worth a studio spending the money to animate and make and spend the money and the time and effort to find the old new audience and find a new audience and spend the marketing money and time and effort to do so? Is this worth it, from taking our rosy glasses off from the series itself, from a studio's perspective? Would you greenlight this?
Which studio?
I know my answer. My answer is no. As much as I want.
Which studio am I? If I'm Netflix, I'll probably take a crack. I'd probably take a chance at it.
Okay.
If I'm Disney, where they happen to be streaming right now, probably not.
Right. Yeah. But
if I'm Warner Brothers or HBO, probably not. If I'm Apple, maybe.
Yeah.
Apple doesn't do a whole
Don't they have to do it with like Disney or Fox or whatever?
If they can talk Netflix into writing a licensing check, no.
Okay.
Yeah. They've got the licensings that they need, so they can be picked up by anybody because they have been afforded the license from Disney and Hulu, and I think it wasn't Universal. What was the other one? There was one other. It might have been Universal or Comcast.
Fox.
Was it Fox? Well, because I guess Fox is now Disney and Hulu.
Yeah.
That, of course, is where they need their main permission from. But they said they already have the permission and they're just shopping it around wherever they can.
Right. It sounds like they've kind of put all the ducks in a row, and it's just that one final step.
I'm calling
so
up
there's no hindrances except that last piece.
There is still one hindrance.
Or maybe, all right. I mean,
making the show.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the last, getting somebody to say yes.
Because right now, there's asking,
no other,
technically all there is right now is, hey, we're a bunch of famous people that people liked, and they still like us, and we want to do a project together that we've been wanting to do for a long time and weren't able to do whenever we were kids, and we wanted to do it. Help.
Yeah.
That is legitimately what it is, and I love them for it. And I mean, literally, my friends and I are making a show and kind of pitching it to studios in a similar format. But we're doing so from nobody perspective, and it's interesting to see this happening from a perspective of folks that we've spent our entire lives watching and admiring. And it also goes to show how, kind of, excuse the French again, but how shitty the studio system kind of is at times.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's Netflix or bust for them. I don't think any other studio would pick it up.
Right.
You know what I think is realistic?
I think Netflix could take a chance. I mean, look at all the stuff they put out, and and not just put out themselves. That's of questionable, but just like all the stuff they license and grab just to put on their platform. They have, they're like the Amazon of entertainment. They have a bit of everything on that thing.
Yeah.
So I think Netflix might not. Definitely their best shot. very possibly their only show. Really,
I'm with you.
Yeah.
There's one contender
Yeah.
besides Netflix that kind of comes to mind. I don't even. Where's your O going? What do you think?
Oh, me?
Where do you think I'm going?
Like a Pluto or Fubu or something like that.
Oh, there
Fubo.
you
The
go.
O was correct. I was gonna say Tubi.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Tubi. I think it's a Netflix or Tubi, and there's not much of an in between option wise. Disney
I always
and
forget about
Hulu.
Yeah.
Disney and Hulu would have already bought it. They said yes, you can have your license and go out, and we'll get the chunk of change that we get from it. But go do your thing. We're not gonna make it.
Yeah, Disney doesn't. They don't seem to be too much chance takers. Like they seem to do stuff that they think is going to become something. So that says something right there that they're not green lighting it. But I mean, do you think it'll end up being a series, or do you think by the time it's all done, it's like, oh, we'll let you do a movie?
They're definitely looking for a TV series, because if they do a TV movie, it's just another. Oh, it's out there. Nobody saw it. Great. We'll talk about it again in 10 years.
Yep.
Where it still might be a good option, though.
It might not be a bad option by any means. Yeah. The TV series at least would be their goal, because that gives you 6, 8, 10 episodes or weeks, of build that hype. Maybe the first 3 or 4 or 5 episodes even didn't get this, but now we're in the last 3, and these last 3 are insane, and try to get some folks back on board. So I heard or read somewhere, if I can get my sentence structure there, that 12 million people have watched the Firefly pitch. So there's a big interest.
Wait, are you talking about on pitch meeting?
I was about to say,
or is that when the announcement?
Yeah, is that just the announcement or what? Because people can watch trailers all day. That does not mean they're going to go sit in that movie theater. People can watch trailers all day. That does not mean they're going to go put it on their TV whenever they get home after work. They've got dinner, family, and friends and life to think of as well. And I as much as, hey, I have been taking voice acting classes for the last year and a half and thoroughly enjoying discovering and furthering that avenue of acting, That being said, even animation, as much as I love animation, just to bring that point back in, I don't know how many people are going to go home after a long day of work, seeing their families, getting dinner ready, getting everything together, then finally sitting down in front of a TV at night and say, oh, let me watch, and whether it's the right frame of mind or not, oh, let me put on this cartoon for 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Whether a cartoon is the correct way to digest the medium or not, which I don't think it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of the way it's perceived nonetheless, whether we like it or not. It's just kind of status quo generally. And I don't know if people are going to be willing to come home and do so.
No, the ridiculousness of the Western prejudice against animation, that's a whole other subject.
And I don't
for
get
another
it.
day.
Oh, yeah.
Neither do I.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people haven't
loved cartoons since I was a kid. That mentality of oh, you're 18, you don't get to watch cartoons anymore because it's stupid and you're not a kid. Bro, what?
Right.
It's that's the best part of Saturday mornings. What?
I just always think it's you're somebody who's never watched anime, because anime definitely not for the kids. A lot of it, So, I mean,
just
not
try
at all.
10 minutes of Attack on Titan real quick. Good luck. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could do a 12 hour and a half long episodes TV movies. No, they can't. They don't have the amount of money that takes to animate. They are not going to get half the budget for that, if I'm being honest. As much as that would be awesome and fun, animation's expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah.
And they're not going to be doing it on a cheap level, My sister won't watch cartoons because she was traumatized by having a child. Whether that is the right, wrong, or indifferent, or way of approach, or frame of mind, or whatever, it's not a uncommon frame of reference people have. You know, they're like, oh, my kids would go watch the cartoons. I watched them when I was younger. I don't feel the need to now. Turn on the news. You know, what's the freaking weatherman saying right now? Or Netflix, Apple. Hey, we got our streaming services. We have the 6 shows we're watching at any given time of the year right now. I'm not even looking at other shows. I'm just going straight to what I know I'm going to watch.
How do you make it stand out amongst the sea of other things and some good things like we were talking earlier this year? You know,
the discoverability is greater than it's ever been, and also more wishy-washy than it's ever been.
Well, you got to market it right, and then it also has to hit the streaming service algorithm correctly.
Yes.
So whether it's wishy-washy or not, we can all. Oh, God, I was trying to find a way to make it sound funny or cool. I'm wishing that Wash comes back and does well. Whatever. I couldn't find a good way to say that.
Right.
I tried. But yeah, no. I will probably be one of the more trepidatious people on the internet talking about Firefly, honestly, because everybody else that talks about Firefly is go Firefly all the time.
I mean, I am like let's do it. I'm down, but I you know, we'll see what happens. You know, but
I mean, I'm not like super like I would be for like other projects by any stretch. I'll say that, but you know, I'm very intrigued by the possibility, and I would like for it to happen. I'd like to see what they come up with. I think that would be cool, but you know, if it ends up falling through, that's also not gonna ruin my day.
And I think we should all be prepared for the chance of it falling through, because that is I think a much higher chance than people right now are just, oh my God, Firefly's been announced. It's not been announced. It's not been announced.
It's very fun how they did the announcement too, with Nathan going around and knocking on their doors and, you know, it's time. You know, that was a great marketing thing for sure to get eyes paying attention to it. So, and him and Alan Tudyk, they have the podcast or whatever now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which I should listen to that.
I've seen a little
in all the extra time I have.
Of course. The only thing I don't think they announced it well. I think they screwed themselves up.
It was at a Comic-Con or something, or I guess they did kind of both the Comic-Con and he put out like a video or whatever.
They should have done the Comic-Con stuff first, and they should have come out and said, "Hey, we need your help. The crew is together," and then show everybody and say, "It's not." They should not have said, "It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time." It should have been at the end. Cut everybody saying it's time out, and just at the very end say, "It's time to rally the troops," and get everybody on board with getting the show back, because they've screwed up the way people are framing it in their minds right now. Is everybody just thinks the show's coming back? It's not. It's not. The next announcement that they had in the video after Comic-Con was, "Please help us by watching us Firefly and tweeting about Firefly and Instagramming about Firefly as much as possible, and say, bring back Firefly, bring back Firefly." They have no home for it. There's with what has been given to us, everyone's like, this is 100%. It feels like no, it's about 90% chance it doesn't happen. If we're like being honest and realistic, there's about a 90, maybe even higher percent chance this does not end up on our television screens ever.
I would agree with that.
I think the way they announced it helped their case. I think it made the excitement really cool and fun.
Right.
But the audience doesn't understand that it's not that. We're not getting Firefly later this year. We're not getting Firefly next year. The soonest this would come to us would be 2028, maybe early 29.
Yeah, that's if it got bought like tomorrow.
Yeah. They got to plan the whole season of animation out before starting the animation, and then post-production.
Late 28, early 29 if they start this week.
I think they did a disservice to their fan base that they are asking a lot of by approaching it the way they did. And I don't know what necessarily a better approach besides just I don't think they did it purposely because, like y'all pointed out, I think they are so excited to do this. I think the cast and the crew that they have are more amped than any of them have been for a TV show they've been working on in a long time. That being said, there's a right and wrong way to do everything, and with the variables that are in place for this, I really don't think that was the way to approach bringing back a series, because now I think it lessens the ability for it to get made, because now people are like, oh, well, it's going to be on our screens.
Well, anyway, how about those Oscars?
Oops. Yeah, not to keep being Debbie Downer about Firefly. I really wanted to happen. I really wanted to happen, but
yeah,
come on, come on, let's make it happen, y'all. Like, let's approach it the correct way, Fillion and company, and as a fan base, let's understand what they're saying as well. Because they're not asking us to read between the lines, but we have to, because they didn't ask us outright in a proper way of how to approach helping bring back the series. And we can tweet and we can watch stuff all day. Literally, Stargate and Mark and Garo told us to do the same thing. Hey, best way for you to help Stargate right now is watch a bunch of Stargate on YouTube and watch a bunch of Stargate on Amazon Prime and talk and tweet about it.
Okay. And we're doing our part.
we're trying as best we can. I'm not poo-pooing. I'm just trying to be realistic and toss some devil's advocacy on it. But same thing for Firefly. Like, this is our part. We can do what we can and try to actually get this to people and say, hey, I know the announcement was exciting, but did you listen to the part where you said this? Because that's really just skip past.
And I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with that. I mean, you got to think that they're pitching now, and that's why they want everybody to like watch the show to show the interest and all that. So I suppose I could do that.
Yeah. Well, we'll all be doing it to degrees. But yeah, is there any Oscar talk that you want to talk about? I know
I didn't watch it. I'm just kind of like, whatever. I know we put it on our thumbnail. We're going to bring about it, but I don't really have much to say about it because I just award shows. Corner. I'm over it. So, except ours, of course, which is the best.
Which, I mean, we had more fun, and I think they had it in the Oscars.
We have more fun. Ours is better.
The Oscars are the only time where you can see the best performers and the best actors in the entire globe be the most wooden actors on a stage possible ever to. Like,
right. Yeah.
We are reading off of a teleprompter. And
so like
hosting and acting are different. It's like they're
a little bit.
I like the fashion. That's kind of that's fun to watch, but that's about it. Yeah.
I used to be an award show guy back in the day, and now I'm just like, I don't give up.
It's like there have to be too many of them, like all the time. It just seems like there's always some award show, and it's just like, and I think just it's become more politicized in a lot of ways, and I think there's a lot of people just not really don't care, don't really want. They're not watching it for that. They just want to see the awards, and that's it.
Well, and then from even the folks that are like the most in tune to it or with it, are pissed off at it because it's the People's Choice Awards now. It's a popularity contest,
right? It just seems it's just become the one that wins, and then
performance merit based.
The whole thing when you find out all the behind the scenes things that go on to get your nominations and all that crap. I'm just like, whatever. It just makes it seem like it's just okay. So whoever had the best, marketing team won, and I just,
I will fight back against that all day, David. Oscars are the best place to find a lot of boring films. If you have the attention span of a 6-year-old and don't have the emotional depth of an adult, sure. And I'm not saying that to be. I'm just saying that in general.
No, I get what he's saying. They tend to be. It's not like the act fast. I mean, not that it never is, but it is more of the slow paced drama kind of thing. Yeah,
it is. nonetheless, those are the movies that if you want to feel something, you're going to go to the movie theater to see, or you're going to go put it on your screen at home and feel something, rather than, all right, here's 2 hours of serotonin and a cool couple punches and some stuff. You know, it's not more of the same. It ends up being it's the actual art that all movie makers, whether you're watching blockbusters or not, you need Oscars and you need Oscar type of films, because the people that make the blockbusters, yeah, they're watching blockbusters, but they're going home to watch the Oscar type films. They're going home to watch the those things. Them fighting words, Texan. I'm always ready. Come on. Come on. But yeah, the way they
boring isn't necessarily bad always. I've watched a lot of stuff that's boring, but it's really interesting or good or whatever, even though it's not.
Yeah, very much so. And they got to find a way to bring at least, if the movies are going to be the ones that are more contemplative for the year, the ones that, I mean, F1 and Avatar, Fire and Ash were both Best Picture nominations, which those are exciting as can be, you know, but your average one, just to lean into the thought, is, it is typically your more contemplative films that ask you to sit with it for a little longer and digest the information over a couple of days, sometimes even, not necessarily right after you walk out of the movie. You might be thinking about it for a while. Nonetheless,
I think when they move to YouTube, that's actually going to help.
Agreed.
Yeah, was it the Grammys moved to YouTube, or was it one of them? Was it the Grammys that was on YouTube?
Next year is YouTube.
Yeah.
I think is it next year? I thought it was 28 when the Oscars come to YouTube.
Is it 28? I thought it was 27.
Let me check here real quick. Give me a second.
I
think that's only gonna help.
Yeah.
Because they keep it right now. It's still basically on linear TV, you know. And let's face it, 2029. My bad.
Yeah, it says 2029 through 2033.
2033. Yep. So
we have 2 more years.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, no matter how much Hollywood likes it or not, and it's still going, but linear TV is like dying the death of 1,000 cuts. It really is. Linear channels and that stuff.
It's also coming back in a certain way, because ad-based streaming is the way streaming services are starting to make their money now, which is just
it's TV again.
Cable,
it is. Yeah, just
package.
Full circle.
It's like it is really. I mean,
at least with some of them, you have the option of paying more to not get ads, but
yes, and that's nice. Because ultimately, I even if I'm spending $60-$80 a month on a bunch of streaming services any given month, it's not as much as I'd be spending on cable. So it does kind of still work out and add up to a decent way, but it is the same thing, different day. Yeah. Just a couple years later. It is. I don't know if y'all are keeping up with it just yet or not. Probably not. In the film world, yada yada. SAG and the WGA are actually already talking to all the studios and trying to get all of the paperwork done, all of the agreements signed, so on and so forth.
Well,
prior to strikes happening.
Which one was having the war between East and West? Was that the writers or was that the directors? Like
again?
Like there was I think it was the WGA East and the WGA West were fighting for a minute. It was someone was accusing their own group of engaging in unfair labor practices. I just can't remember which guild it was. They were fighting.
I vaguely.
It might be over by now, but.
I when you say East and West, I remember something happening. I don't know it off the top of my head.
I remember Greg talking about some people were thinking what the AI stuff wasn't strong enough or something.
And there's some just infighting. I think it's the WGA. When you said WGA East, WGA West, that sounded correct, but I'm not positive.
I agree, David.
It is.
Although
it is.
it's not even really that much anymore. It's just
Now it's the
anyway.
People's Choice Awards.
It's just a bit of a, I don't know, a circle.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
that's what it is. The
Mhm.
writers get it's the staff.
Mhm.
The staff are on strike inside the guild while the guild is
Okay.
negotiating with Hollywood. That's what it is.
Yeah, because I think it's June that the WGA and the SAG contracts from the last set of strikes is up. So they're trying to get stuff solved as quickly as possible prior to strikes having to happen again. Because
Mhm.
strikes help nobody's bottom line. And it also doesn't help bring entertainment to the audiences that help your bottom line. So, hey,
Yeah.
let's get this thing going.
Mhm.
The last strikes did not help anything.
Mm-mm.
Right.
They really
I
don't.
should probably get going here soon, guys. We're at 2 hours right now. So
We are somehow 2 hours into this thing.
yeah.
Aaron,
Sir.
I need to make you a little thing over here to bring up, but where can folks find you?
Right here.
Yeah.
I got it on my doodad there. My
Yep.
channel link is right there. Just, type that in and click on it.
Y'all know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Do you have anything special coming up the next couple weeks or anything? Just with
just
Invincible and everything coming out, Daredevil.
watch part. Yeah, just a crazy watch party schedule is coming up. And
Right.
so, like, normally I do a Wednesday night stream and a Saturday night stream where I can,
Uh-huh.
can split the week in half between news. But with all
Mm-hmm.
these shows, it's going to be like last night. I had to do all the week's news. And I cut out so much, and I still went for friggin' 4 hours last night. It was crazy.
Shoot.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna be streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, twice on Saturday, again on Sunday, and again.
Kinda. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, with Tuesday and Wednesday being primarily devoted watch parties, and Saturday will be like the news of the week, or well, the biggest news of the week. It's like I went through everything I had bookmarked before I started streaming. I'm like, okay, I don't need that. 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 And still, next thing I know, 4 hours later, I'm like, holy shit, there was still so much to talk about. It was crazy. But that's all right because it's a Saturday. I can sleep in on Sunday, so I don't freaking care.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you have life in you on Sunday mornings, you're always welcome to come hang and let people know what you're doing throughout the week too. Because the next few are just gonna be a little busy. I don't know what we're talking about.
A lot.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, Daredevil starts Tuesday. We already have Invincible on Wednesday, and then like 2 weeks from now, we're going to be at like I said, Maul's coming out on Mondays, but I'm going to have the watch party with that on Tuesday with
Oh yeah,
Daredevil, just because
Mhm.
I need to be able to do other things on evenings besides
Yeah.
play on the
Yeah.
play on the internet.
Mhm.
you know.
Except for maybe the finale of Maul, because that's on May the 4th. I may go ahead and pop off on the Monday just for that.
I
Mhm.
hope it's good. It looks it.
Dude, that
same with
that trailer had dropped last Monday, and I had a bookmark, and then I just never got back around to watching it. So I watched it the first time on stream live last night. That was my first time actually watching that latest trailer. That show looks amazing. If I could
Is
quote
it live
Robin-
action?
No, it's animated.
Animated. Okay.
But to quote
Mhm.
Robin, that show looks amazing.
it.
Son. If y'all know Rob from Comics Explained, you know my reference right now. But son, that show looks so good, dude.
Talk about eating good, man.
Whitwer, the way he delivers Maul is. The Empire tried to kill me.
I'm happy that he's like involved behind the scenes more as well.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
Um,
he could be such an asset to Lucasfilm if they let him. Like he's basically to Dave what Dave was to George. It's just.
I was about to say, as much as I love Dave being CCO, he's co-CEO now, and that could be a lot of time. It might not be the worst idea to make Sam Witwer a CCO eventually.
Yeah, or at least associate something or other
Something.
for now. Basically get his toes in there the way Kathy got Dave's in.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like start mentoring the Whitwer. He's got the knowledge. He's got the love for the Lucas style of Star Wars.
He's got the storytelling ability too, which is
Mm-hmm.
great, and he knows live action as well as he knows animation, which is kind of one of Filoni's faults.
Yes.
So he can kind of help bolster up that avenue of trepidation at times, you know.
Hopefully Filoni's been learning from Favreau while working on Mando and Grogu. I'm hoping he picked up some tricks.
Oh, I love some Favreau,
especially since it doesn't look like we're going to get Ahsoka season 2 this
year. Yeah,
which is fine. If they need to make up for those last 2 episodes of season 1.
Take time to make it good.
They need to make up for that bad. Like I liked Ahsoka season 1, especially episodes 4 through 6. Like my God, that was some peak stuff.
The space whales.
Space
whales are my favorite part. But
episodes 7 and 8 were just booty cheeks.
It made me. I don't know if I can. I think ultimately, like you said, I like the show overall, season 1. But I don't think about it like I like it just because of those 2 shows. Like the first thing that comes to my brain, or excuse me, the last 2 episodes. The first thing that comes to my brain is that. It's just that's how it ended, and that's the memory that I'm stuck with for now. It also doesn't help that Ray Stevenson died.
Yeah,
that doesn't help. So
I think the Hound is going to do really well.
I agree.
I think the Hound is going to do really well, and he's got a lot of incentive to do really well. They were bros, like they were close.
And that gives me hope. Well, we also have hope in infinity and above, infinity and beyond, and space above and beyond. Maybe
still plugging away at it.
Yeah,
still plugging away at it. I'm get it done this week, hopefully.
Anything else?
I've got to watch all of Academy again by Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Greg and I are going to be talking about it. So yeah.
Are you going to do any reactions over there for Academy?
I guess we'll just talk about what our feelings are about it altogether. I mean, my own channel. I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it. Well, I probably should.
There will be options. Yeah. There will be things to do. Of course, our housekeeping for the week before we jump on out of here. Tomorrow, we're back with some Farscapetrion. Yep. We're episode 5 and 6 of season 4. We're right there in the tail end. So for Patreon members, come join Sarah and I to watch Farscapetrion. Farscape on Patreon. Surprise. Yep. Very
and we'll be doing team
we've ever had.
Right. We're going to be doing BSG once we're done with Farscape too. Just future.
Chronologically, because y'all know I'm crazy, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Of course, Wednesday we don't have Stargate Outpost this week, but like Sarah just mentioned, SciTrek Maneuver will be back.
SciTrek Maneuver.
Thursday evening, we'll be back, Melvin and I, for a Creatures and Cryptids watch party for Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2, Episode 5. And of course, Friday, you got the Wasteland. You know where we'll be. And this Friday is going to be great. We have Jared, the designer for the Death Claws of Season 2 of Fallout, coming on, a good buddy of Greg's. And we're going to interview him, talking all the Death Claws and the design work of what goes into making the scariest creature on television right now. Because I don't think there's a scarier creature on TV right now.
Yeah.
And that being said, we will see you back here in a week on Sci-Fi Sundays, which this has been. Thank you for hanging. We've talked Firefly. We've talked Project Hail Mary. We've talked some Oscars. We've talked Stargate, Star Wars, Star Trek. Y'all know the frickin' deal.
We have all the stars.
Yes.
We're the sci-fi version of Arby's. They have the meats. We have the stars.
We got the stars.
we have the stars.
I'm stealing that, Aaron. That was great.
Have that, man. Have that.
All that being said, good people, stay cosmic, SciTrekkers. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Happy Farscape tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Adios.
Bye.
Peace.